First of all, we couldn't have any strong wind to help us to reduce the landing distance.
Yeah.
Any wind above 10 knots, and basically the aircraft was unflyable. The helipad created so much wake turbulence. Not having any ground reference, no depth perception.
Yeah.
That was really tricky, actually. I always say that we do crazy, but we don't do stupid stuff, you know. So yeah, it took us a while to get the permissions and everything, you know. Doing stuff that's going to be famous worldwide, you know. You want everything in order, like all the paperwork and everything.
Oh yeah.
So, it took us 2 years from the idea and the first visit to Dubai.
Okay.
To the actual landing. About 650 practice landings on the airport. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, a lot of. I wanted to make sure I'm ready.
Oh yeah, you wasn't no question. You knew you were ready when
I thought so until I actually approached the helipad, and then I realized that the elevation makes a huge difference. You know, not having any ground reference, no depth perception.
Yeah.
That was really tricky, actually.
Okay. Yeah, because you usually have a little peripheral vision or something.
Yeah.
So basically everything was just air.
Yeah, and without it, it's really hard to judge the angle that you descend at.
Yeah.
And you know, this angle, it's really important. Like all the practice landings I did was with a pretty steep descent. You know, just to put a lot of energy into the shocks.
Yeah.
And not having to do a very hard braking. But the actual landing I did on the helipad, it was quite flat. But in my head, I was coming like, you know, really steep. So.
Yeah, because with a tail wheel, I mean, you use a lot of peripheral vision as you approach, and now it's like.
And there's nothing now.
And you have nothing. It's just basically timing your descent, and for it to line right up. Wow, that makes a lot of sense, because I know a lot of people will say, you know, they've done like a little videos like, could I have landed on Dubai? It's like, and then they'll go out and land on a strip or something. But they have peripheral vision, and you didn't. I mean,
yeah, and you know that's what I think. Like taking this aircraft to a STOL competition, or any aircraft that's here to a STOL competition, I guess like 60 or 70% of pilots will land at shorter distance.
Yeah.
First of all, we couldn't have any strong wind to help us to reduce the landing distance.
Yeah.
Any wind above 10 knots. And basically the aircraft was unflyable. The helipad created so much wake turbulence.
Oh yeah, it's like a mountaintop essentially. Yeah.
So anything above 10 knots and you're really struggling to fly the plane. So we had to settle for a wind between 7 and 10 knots, you know.
Okay.
So it's not a lot of wind.
Yeah, so you're not getting the advantage of a headwind to make a short landing, because you can't even deal with it, because the situation, your approach, and all the stuff that's going on, you can't use any of that advantage.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, Mike Tyson always used to say that, you know, you have a plan until you get punched in the face, and doing actually the first approach to the helipad was a punch to the face.
Punch in the face, like reality, just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, it's not going to be as easy as I thought.
So how many attempts did you actually make? Because I know, I mean, you had to, you know, you maybe didn't show them all, because obviously you don't want to have an hour-long video, right?
Yeah, so basically we tried on Monday for the first time, Monday the 13th of March.
Yeah.
And I did 2 approaches. The wind was 15 knots,
Oh.
which for us, in theory, that would have been the maximum wind. But then it turned out that 15 is way too much. That's when we reduced the max wind to 10. And then we tried again on Tuesday. On Tuesday I did 2 practice approaches and landed on the 3rd one.
Okay. All right. Awesome. That's cool. So yeah, I watched it just like the other, you know, millions of people. But that was pretty cool. I never thought about that until you mentioned that, as far as just not having because I fly a J3 Cub, so I've been flying it 15 years. But you know, I don't look out the front. It's all peripheral. So I just can't imagine just coming in and it's like just water, and then you can't see your spot.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
And you know, the engine obscures a lot of the view.
Oh yeah.
So you see a little bit of helipad on the left, and even tinier bit on the right, because we had a right crosswind. You know, the wind was at 7 knots, coming out like 30 degrees off to the side of the approach angle. So yeah, it was like a blind landing.
That's crazy. Well, I have a lot more appreciation for it now. I mean, as a tailwheel pilot myself, I never really, I don't know, you don't think of that stuff. just like you said, it was kind of like a slap and punch in the face.
Yeah,
To where it's like it's different when you're actually doing it.